Well, hello, welcome back to the program. We've been working on our Ruby parser, and we're going to continue tonight. Thought I would work on arrays, parsing an array, and if we get pretty far, if that's pretty easy, we'll work on parsing a hash as well. But definitely an array. I'll consider this session a success if I can parse an array. And let's just get started. Parser test. Apparently didn't close correctly last time. It parses an array. Parser.parse. First of all, we definitely want to parse an empty array. Should equal. Actually, don't know what that should equal, so let's use our existing parser that we did not write, the one we're replacing eventually, to just look to see what that is. And it's just the word array. And I assume if I put some stuff in here, then they're all going to be in line. Yep. So we want an S expression with a symbol of array, like so. And let's go see if we can get that written. Not sure where to stick it exactly. Let's just stick it here. I don't know if there's a right answer or a wrong answer. Probably a wrong answer, and I'm probably doing it wrong, but that's okay. Let's do it here. There's really not a lot of rhyme or reason to where I stick this stuff. So an array is going to be a literal square bracket followed by, well, let's just make our test pass. Do the minimum required. And we'll just say our array is a new array value that's empty, and we're just going to return that. And if we did everything right, we can run our test, and we'll get a passing test. No. Oh, right, because we need to put that little symbol in there. That's right. Let's see, symbol, intern, env, array. Now, hopefully, we got what we want. Oh, that's right. Everything is wrapped in a block. I knew that. Okay, so everything's passing for an empty array. So let's write when it has a single value in it. It's going to look like this, I believe. And we can check this running it through MRI Ruby just to make sure those pass, and they do. And this one is going to fail. So how are we going to make that work? I believe we can do an expression, but make it optional. And then inside of here, we're going to do a loop over the items that were matched, in this case all the expressions, and we only have one right now, but that's okay. And we're going to push the item, we have to call evaluate on that. Evaluate. And maybe that will work. Nope. There's a parse error on value. Interesting. Oh, I think I did this in the last video. I didn't capitalize this. And the funny thing about this library is it does not throw an error or anything. It just says, I don't know what that is, but that's fine. It doesn't care. But yeah, that did make the test pass. So now I believe we can, let's just for completeness sake, let's make sure that strings work as well. And it should already work. Yep. Okay, so let's do it with more than one item. If it works with 2, it should work with 3. You know, might as well just throw a third one in there. Why not? And then I'll come back and do new lines later, but this will certainly fail. And so definitely did fail, but I believe we can say if there's a comma and another expression, and this can be any number of those things, then we want to match that as well. And I think this loop should already take care of that, so we'll find out. Hey, looky there. That's awesome. And then let's do some new lines. So let's just try to confuse this thing. Put a new line there, a new line there. Actually, let's just make sure that I know what I'm talking about here. So in IRB, can I do square bracket 1, comma 2, comma 3? Does that work? Nope. Okay, that definitely confuses it. Okay, let's not do IRB. IRB does some weird stuff, so let's do it in Ruby. Or let's just write a program. Wat array equals 1, comma 2, comma 3. Print the array Ruby wat. Okay, so definitely does not like on line 3. Does not like this comma by itself, but what if we do it like that? Can you have a comma before the number? Nope. So the only thing you can do is you can put a comma at the end, like this, with any number of spaces after it or before it, and that is fine. So we want to match that behavior, so definitely no new line here, but we can have a space here, and have a new line here, new line here, and so that should match the same thing. Now let's just make sure this fails, and it does. So new line is new line star. Oops, is new line star. So I think I can just do new line like so. I can say a new line here. Let me look at my test again. Yep. And then also a new line here. Does that make it work? It does. Well, friends, I think we did arrays. I know that's kind of quick and dirty, but you know, if it works, it works. So let's go ahead and commit that. Parse arrays. Well, we might as well do some hashes. Parses a hash. So we want an empty hash. I don't know why I copied all that. Just because of habit, I guess. Ruby. What does it get in Ruby? Oh yeah, it's just the word hash. Not too hard. So we want to parse an empty hash, and we'll just take the same approach. Hash, like so. Let's go ahead and do this before I forget. I always forget this stuff. There we go. It's going to be a literal squiggly bracket followed by a literal closing one, and we want to build up the hash object. Actually, no, we're not building up a hash object. We're building up an array. Oh, goodness. Just going to copy that there. And this is going to say hash, and we're going to not do that. Oh, goodness. Okay, there, that should be happy. So a literal empty hash should work. And it does, perfect. So now let's say 1, 2, and I don't remember if this is like this. Why am I even doing this? Just cheat. Just use our brain here. So I was right. It's just they're just inline key value, and they're not paired up or anything like that. So that should pass. Okay, parse error, perfect. So I believe we're going to say expression. Oh, right, because there's two different ways of doing it. Well, that's fine. We'll use the hash rocket first. Expression. And we'll say this is optional. Yeah, we'll do it that way for now. We'll do it this way. So we're going to loop over these and just push each item onto this array. And hopefully that works like we think it should. Okay. So there's also the other form, which is foo bar, and we don't have symbols yet. I did not consider this. Well, you know, that's okay. I believe this is lit foo, and this will be stir bar. Could be wrong, of course, but that's right. Okay, that does not parse. So how are we going to make this parse? One thought I had was, let's say this is a hash pair. Hash pair or hash key val, not sure what to call it. But it's either going to be an expression followed by this, followed by an expression, or it's going to be we don't have symbols yet. We'll say identifier followed by a colon followed by an expression. And it's possible that that might get us close. So what if we say hash pair here? I don't think that's actually going to work. Interesting thing is that it didn't fail the way I thought it would fail. What can we return here from this rule? And I guess we could return an array that is E0 evaluate. Oh, interesting. What line failed over here? 118. That was this one here. And an identifier doesn't have anything to evaluate, am I right? Or is it a symbol? I don't remember. Actually, it does return a symbol. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. And then we'll do E1 evaluate. Okay. And then for each pair, we need to do item 0, item 1. It's already evaluated, actually. Wait a second. Nope. So it's going to loop through, and each item is, okay, so let's rename this. This is going to be a pair. Okay. Back in business here. Had some sirens and some commotion. Don't even remember where I was. So I changed this to pair because that's going to be is that correct? Do I have to? I think I have to evaluate that. So this is going to be let's call this item. I think I have to do that. And then I can say pair 0 and pair 1. Maybe. I know this is an array. Okay, how far off is that? That's a seg fault. Fascinating. I'm not. What did I do wrong? Each pair is an array. Assert e.size is 2. Let's just make sure that's right. Okay. I wonder. So, what if we printf this? And what do we get? Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay. And if I subscript that 0, What does that look like? Oh, you can't do that. Has pointer type. Oh, do I have to dereference this? Oh, hold on. It's a pointer. I thought I could do that. Yeah, of course I can do that. Why don't you like it? Let's type care. What? Oh. Oh, right. Okay. So let's do 1. Pair 0 is lit 1, pair 1 is lit 2. Okay, so that works exactly like I should, or I thought it would, but the problem is, of course, that I didn't dereference this. I think there's a fix for that over here, but I don't really know how to do that right now. That's okay. Maybe some kind soul will come by and give me a pull request that fixes that up. Okay. Okay, yes, this is great. So the only thing we didn't do right is this lit foo part. And just to make sure, yeah. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? I need a hash symbol key thing. And we'll do hash symbol key is an identifier followed by no. Yeah, we don't need the colon. And we're gonna return an array. Why don't I just return right here instead of making this temporary variable? And it's going to be a symbol. This is lit, and then it's going to be, I guess, E0 evaluate. Hopefully I'm thinking about that right. Hash symbol key, does that fix our test? Boom. We already committed the other thing, right? Yep. Let's go ahead and add that to the index. Okay, so that gets us to a single pair, but we also would like to do more than one pair. We'll say foo bar and buzz, I don't even know what they're supposed to be. And then this will be a lit baz followed by a stir buzz. And this is going to be a stir foo followed by a stir bar. Let's make sure the Ruby one passes, and this one will fail. Okay, so now we get to do, you know what, I just realized that there's a flaw in this design here where it could potentially match a square bracket followed by nothing followed by a comma. So that there's probably a better way to do this, but I'll come back to that. So I think that the way to address that, I'll do it here with the hash pair, is to say that you can either have nothing or a hash pair, or a hash pair that is required followed by a comma followed by a hash pair and any number of these. That way this one is required. Let's just see if that works. It did not. Oh, because I did this little pipe. So that means I need to group that with parentheses. Still didn't work. Parse error. Okay. What am I missing? I mean, what if I did it this other way? Without the parens. Does that make any difference? Oh, I know what I did wrong. Should I put this back? I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm looping over every pair. Well, okay, so let's try it this way. Okay, that did work. So it doesn't like the parentheses way of doing it, but that's okay. So that is correct. If I do comma 1, that should raise a syntax error, blah, blah. Don't know what the error is yet, but I will find out. Oh, that doesn't actually go there, it goes up here. So the error is yeah. And the way we did that before was with a regular expression, I believe. Yeah, because we're not going to match all of that. Okay, does that pass? Yes. This will not raise an error, I believe. And we want it to raise an error. So the way to fix that is put an or here. Oh, this one was, wait, let me put this back. Yeah, that is definitely a question mark, and then followed by any number of those things. Okay, so that should raise an error now. Close enough. I don't care that the error is exactly right now, but it's close. Okay. And then the same thing on hash. We would like for this to be an error. And it is, because I did it correct to start with. Cool. And the one thing we didn't do was new lines. So this can be a new line. Well, we need our little test, right? We'll do our little WAT RB. 1, 2, 3, 4, hash. Okay, I'm sure that's going to fail. I did not like the new line on line 2. So it needs this on the same line. We know that much. And it didn't like the comma on its own line. So the comma must be after the value. Okay. So that's what we can get away with, is key followed by this and value followed by comma. So we can get away with a new line here, a new line here, a new line here. Am I right? Yep. A new line here, and a new line here. And that should be exactly the same. Oops. Okay, so it doesn't parse that, but this should be an easy fix because we just put our little NL here, 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 and here, and then also in the hash pair, it can go here, and it can go here. Boom. Okay, so let's not do the hash stuff yet. Let's fix our array rule. Split that, split that. Ugh. I only want this right here. Okay, so don't parse array starting with a comma. Starting with, how can I say that? Don't parse array with extra leading comma. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. Something like that. And then parse hash. Oh, I guess I did make that plural, hashes. Cool. So what we did tonight was parse arrays and parse hashes. Exciting stuff. This is actually starting to look like a Ruby parser. I don't know what's left to parse. I'm sure there's a lot. We did do methods. Oh, we haven't done symbols yet. I could work on that. We haven't parsed blocks yet, so like a method call, like this is a method call, but it's got a block. We're not parsing that yet. There's a bunch of operators we're not calling, or not parsing, like double equals. Okay, so we've got a few more videos to go, and then we can start refining and fixing little bugs, edge cases. All in all, not too bad for a short evening of work. Making good progress on this Ruby parser, and thanks for tagging along. Hope to see you next time. Bye.